Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft Amplified server. If I sound a little bit different today, it's because right now I feel pretty rough actually. We had to stay up last night to record an event and it went on to very early in the morning. And my oh my, can I feel it. I've just had my daily workout and doing some exercise and it was just really rough and I'm really in the mood to record. But I feel ever so tired, so if I sound a little bit different, you know why. But anyway, we got some things to do this episode. I hope you enjoyed the last one with the ice tray. So much stuff going on at the moment, I have to record these videos way in advance, so I'm looking forward to reading your feedback. I'll see that soon. And some of you may have mentioned some of the things I'm about to show you. I fixed this thing, the entire project is finished, and I wanted to talk about what I've done. So if we go down below, you will see that I've done away with the minecart system and replaced it with the typical redstone of just having a row of repeaters going around, which is how it's normally done. And the reason that I went back to this is because I realised a flaw with my thinking. You see, where I had the layout in my test world of all of the dispensers going across the middle in a diagonal like we did it last season, I kind of got it in my head that, you know, the redstone was awkward and so let's look for an alternative, and then the alternative led us back to the most efficient way to do it with redstone, which is silly, and that's why we got loads of repeaters down here. And the whole thing is fixed. By the way, if you remember, we had that problem with the water source block not going all the way to the edge. I finally figured out what that was. It's because when we remove it, there's no block like adjacent to the corner to form a water source again, so it just gets removed and that means it will never form down the side. So because of that, we got a dispenser over here, and just around the corner on that side there's one over there as well. So now the entire thing works. I've also hooked it up to all the pistons. If we go back down here, you can see that I placed them all in position. This was relatively swift to do. It all went quite well, and the timer, I think, just needs a few more blocks in it. So let's just do that for now. I don't know what the optimal time is going to be. What I'm hoping we can do is extend the block up for enough time for one bit of ice to grow next to it, and then when it retracts back down, the water form or source block can form again, and then we have a full tray of ice. But enough talking about this. I do want to move on to other things. Just want to show you this thing in action. I've got one more job here to do, and that is to tidy up all of this rubbish right here. We've left this around, and I don't appear to have my shovel on me. And here it is in my chest. I've neatly organised everything, removed the chest as you do after a big project. So I think I want to put a trapdoor right here and have a nice block instead of a grass one. But that's it, it's pretty much finished. And if we press the button... I literally cannot explain how they are empty. That makes no sense to me. That literally makes no sense to me. Maybe someone came over here and pressed it or something when there was ice on here, but that wouldn't make sense either. Anyway, the pistons have extended themselves, so I've made a fool out of myself, and I'm going to go and check and make sure that, you know, I haven't done something silly, overlooked something, but in theory this thing should work. So I guess I'll let you know about that because I did want to move on to something else. One thing I'd like to mention is when working on this project, I had the privilege of using the dropper every time. And you know what, here on Amplified, I want more reasons to come up here and drop down this thing. Isn't it amazing? I love it. It's so cool, but whenever I bounce back up, I'm always fearful of being shot by a skeleton. And wow, the view is breathtaking. So we're going to move on to something else. I'll go back and look at that in my spare time. I can't figure out off the top of my head what on earth I did wrong there, but somehow I managed to goof it up, so I'll figure that out and fix it. But anyway, as of right now, we are going to head over to the squid farm because I've got more things to do over there. Alright, we're back at the squid farm. This thing doesn't have a name as of yet. There were loads and loads of suggestions though, lots of really funny ones. You can make a lot of funny names of a derpy farm like this, and I think we'll give it a name in the future, but I'll take my time to figure that one out. Or maybe we could vote on it, who knows. But if you are very observant, you may notice that I've been up to something here. It could be because there's some repeaters in my hotbar. It could also be because there's some sand down here on the ground and also some buttons on the wall. Many of you pointed it out. Yes, mobs can walk in from this area outside. You know, I deliberately left this unlit because it just looks cool. I feel like adding in lighting around it is kind of unnecessary, and I always planned on putting something like this in. But I didn't actually think I'd be doing it with sand. I kind of pictured a door, but then I realised that sand is quite convenient because it falls down. So if we press the button on this side, it goes up. If we press the button on that side, it goes back down. And if we press this one, it goes up, and that one, it goes down. And that's because I've done the redstone so you can use the inputs from either side. So let's just remove all of this and have a quick look at the setup. And we can pop down here so you can see the inputs from either side are going into this. which has a piston underneath it, and it creates a 1-tick pulse which will make this piston act like a T flip-flop. So if we go all the way down to the bottom, you're going to see where that redstone block is, so the piston here is going to move this up and down each time it gets an input. And then it powers these torches which go up above here, so at the moment I think it's closed, isn't it? Or open, depending on what way you look at it, I guess. So yeah, let's close it by pressing that, and it goes up. And when we go down below, you'll see when this is unpowered, we power the block at the bottom first, and then through these torches we power the block here, which powers the pistons that are above these ones. I know it's not the best view, but basically we've got a sticky piston at this level, and then a piston at that level there, 2 blocks of sand, and then they both get extended one by one, and they retract the correct way as well, which is really cool. Nice little thing, just popped onto my server and built that quickly, and then came on here and built it as well, which is really cool. So I guess what I should do now is just cover this back in. There's nothing else to do down there. It's all lit up and nicely maintained. And we're going to talk about what we're going to do next. There are a few things that I want to do with this project. A lot of you were saying that I should put a banner for this farm in the Nether Hub, and I think the whole banner in the Nether Hub idea is actually a really good one, and now that a few other people have made some, I think we should encourage that. So one of the things we may do today or later on is actually hook this up with its own Nether tunnel. But as of right now, I want to do something based on a suggestion from you guys who watch and comment, saying that we should have got XB's Guardian service over here to deliver a named Guardian and have it hanging out over here at the ink sac farm. This thing looks amazing, doesn't it? It's so awesome and strange. But anyway, I was thinking about it. I thought, yeah, it's a really good idea. And I was thinking, it's a shame that this room is like so symmetrical. And then I thought, that's not a shame. That just means we want 2 guardians. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And the squid have started spawning. So maybe impulses move to somewhere where there isn't water. I bet you, if you were to walk over to an ocean, they would literally stop spawning around here. That's how it works. So anyway, we've got these windows on the side here, although they're not technically windows, but use your imagination. I was thinking we could put some stained glass here, and then behind it we could have a lone guardian on either side. Now, we can't have any water for them to reside in, but we could just have them hanging around, bouncing about, and then I thought, when you come over here, they're going to be pretty noisy. But one of the things you tend to like to do when you're AFK is turn off your volume, so maybe it'll be a reminder to do that. But it feels like it's a really nice place for it to go, and it'll be a great reason to meet up with XP and do a little bit of business, and also Zul'jin as well, because they run their company together. So we need to go and put a request in. For now, I'm going to leave this closed, because most of the time I imagine you come over here. It's not for the view, although the view is pretty cool, isn't it? But it should be pretty obvious how to use this. You know, if there's a button lying around, you just whack it. And there you go. Right. So we need to head back over to Hermit Hills now. It's been a long journey over here. It'll be a long... Well, it's actually not that far, but through the Nether we go. And we're going to go visit XB's shop. Well, I hope that last clip that I recorded was okay. I was actually rendering a video and uploading another one at the time I recorded that. Completely forgotten that that was working away in the background. And the thing is, I record to a dedicated drive. So it was uploading from a different drive, but it was rendering from the same drive I was recording to, and it seems to be okay. I've checked the recording back, and it seems fine. I haven't checked the rendered footage, so I will do that. But it was interesting, so if you noticed anything in that last clip, let me know. If it is slightly stuttery or anything like that, then you probably know why. But very strange that I can actually record and render at the same time. That is something I thought I should always avoid, and probably will do, but... yeah, there you go. Anyway, we're here, back at Hermit Hills, and this is the Guardian shop that XB has built. Very cool looking thing right here. If we go inside, it should be pretty straightforward. I think we've just got a book to sign here, and there are a couple of Guardians swimming around down here. We were here just a couple of episodes ago, weren't we? Anyway, I think all we need to do is grab the book, and the instructions will be in here. Let me have another little read. Okay, it's all fairly straightforward. I'm going to include the name tags. We're going to fill out a book with the information here. And one of the things is names, and this got me thinking. We could do comments for suggestions, we could do a straw poll, but all of that is going to take a long time, and I'm not really in the creative mood at the moment. But then it kind of dawned on me that we're actually not going to see the name tags. If you look at these guys down here, they have been named because of course they don't despawn, but we can't see their names behind the glass, and they're actually going to be behind a glass as well. So the names are unfortunately quite irrelevant for this project, but it is an idea for the future, you know, to capture some mobs and rename them and have fun that way. But for now, I'm just going to fill out this box, let XB know that I've done this, and I'm probably going to go back over to the squid farm and maybe prep it a little bit so it's ready. But I guess me and him will have to, you know, figure out a time we can get together and figure out when this is going to happen. But it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a couple of little guardians in our squid farm, and I think it's going to look real good. Alright, so I filled out the book, came back over here, and found out what the problem was pretty quickly. And I'm supposed to have some redstone in my inventory. If we go down below, I did rewire this, because obviously we redid all of the redstone. And one of the things that I did, if we just go over here, is create a 1-tick pulse, and that goes through on this side. Now that block has redstone on top of it. It then powers this, goes through a delay, comes back round here into this one to power it again, and that also sets off all of this. But the thing that I missed was a piece of redstone right here, and I'm pretty sure that was the problem, because as you saw, the buckets hadn't been filled back up. So this time it should all work, and none of the water should turn to ice, unless we get very unlucky and as soon as the water appears it immediately turns into ice. But let's press the button and see this thing in action, and there it goes, all the way around the edge, and you can see just off in the distance there that extra block making a big difference. I thought for a second there it hadn't worked. You can see the source blocks are on the edge, and now it can all be made. Oh, and there go the pistons! I forgot about that. Okay, so the delay there was a lot more than it probably needed to be. However, the delay for the gap between when they extend and when they come back down again is the same as the gap to when they extend. That probably made no sense, but it made sense to me. Hopefully it made sense to you. Anyway, I'm going to hang around here and watch this thing just finish up and see if it regenerates the water in the middle. Oh, and there they go, right as I do it. So it didn't actually make that many blocks, did it? So I think it would be a good idea to just go down here and make that delay slightly longer for the next time this thing gets used.
Do you think we have enough inventory placed, like for the orders and stuff, XP?
We should. Like, I think, we've got pretty much all the books that we could possibly need. And then...
Were you going for like a centered look? Because you can easily put that crafting bench somewhere else, like part of the wall or something, and have a double chest if that would. How about? Oh, it's another thing that we're gonna need in here is a an ender chest so they can like pull from their diamonds for payment and stuff like that. Because you know. Oh wait,
that is very.
Is Suma's out there? Is that a customer?
Oh.
Hello.
Come in.
Hello.
Can I come in?
Hello.
Come in.
Hi.
Hey, don't mind us. We're just talking shop.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Oh, you guys are here. That's amazing. Because I have an order. What brilliant timing.
Really?
Yeah, I was just hanging out doing some things, going around, and yeah, I've got an order. So check it out.
I'll take that.
It's a bigger order than you probably expected.
Let's see here. Izuma, I would like to order the delivery of 2 guardians to my squid farm. Near the designated mining area in the Mesa Desert. I will also supply the name tags. Smiley face.
There you go. 2 name tags.
Take a look at that.
How far is that squid farm from here?
It is.
Well, you know where the Mesa is? The Mesa portal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beyond that. Like you turn left where the Mesa portal is, and then you just keep going.
So
and then
you
there's
found
like
your way
left.
over there.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, I saw the portal, and then I saw this like thing going off next to it, and at first I thought it was someone like quartz mining, but then I saw the quartz in the wall.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
So curiosity led you there.
I've been meaning to go out there for some ink, and also I know you had left me some diorite a while back, but if I'm building an aquarium and my payments are usually whatever I need at the time, I think you got some extra sand that I could use too.
I've got chests of the sand. I've got loads of diorite. You're welcome to take as much ink sacks as you want. There's just tons of materials lying around over there.
Nice. I like this.
Plenty to use from.
Right,
but there is a little bit of a catch here. I didn't initially think about the aquarium. I kind of had a different plan, and it was literally just for the 2. Do you know what? You're standing perfectly here that it makes the wall look like there's no exit there. And as I'm talking, I'm like, where's the way out? What's happened?
You're trapped. Negotiate. Negotiations.
Yeah, so
should
it's
we head
basically
over there
slightly
and
different,
maybe...
but you'll see what I'm after when we're over there. And actually, I think you'll probably have some ideas. It'll all make sense when we get over there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, let's head over there and take a look, I guess.
All right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go through this exit that I can actually see. All right, here we are. Have a look through these chests and feel free to help yourself.
Cobblestone. Oh, there it is. Oh, there. Oh, yes.
Lots
look
of
at
sand.
The sand.
There's loads of it.
And Sandstone.
And down the bottom
What
here,
is-
this one's got diorite.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
He likes that.
Beautiful. I like it.
Alright, let's hop through this portal and you can see the squid farm in all its glory, and I can tell you about what I had in mind.
Saw it in your video.
Hopefully
it
it's
looked
not
delicious.
nighttime.
I love the banners on it.
Oh.
Oh
daytime.
yeah, the little gradients. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, the banners are awesome. I've been making
It's-
loads more of these actually. You can make loads of
it's-
cool different mobs with them.
It's too bad you can't have the little danglies underneath them. You know what I mean, like the little tentacles.
Do you know what? You could have two banners. You've seen the way they do that? You have
Oh
like
yeah,
two.
yeah, and stripe them. I do that for curtains all the time.
That's
Like
a
a
brilliant
stack.
idea, Zul'jin.
Uh-huh.
That is absolutely. I'm going to
Dangly.
investigate that immediately after.
Nice.
Alright, so if I
Nice,
press this button, it's going to lower the door that I've installed.
Oh.
And then check this place out. Watch out for nasties, because there's no lighting around here at night time. But this is the farm.
Wow. How long did it take you to dig this out?
Not, I don't know, in hours, probably like 4 or 5, but I did it over a couple of days and just like time lapsed it and
Jeez, man.
just listened to music and yeah, did some digging.
Wow.
But what I have in mind, and some people might be guessing because it's Guardians, like I might change the Squid Farm to one with Guardians because they kill squid. But actually, what I thought I would do is over here where you AFK, you've got like these windows on either side. And I was thinking that we could put them behind the windows so we could have some glass, and then there's just a guardian on either side. But the thing is, if we have water here, then it's going to interfere with the farm over there. It's going to have squid spawning in it. So I kind of figured that they would just flap around without any water.
Okay.
And I kind of forgot that this was an aquarium deal as well. So if you have any ideas, like I was thinking, what if you had like a window, and then behind it there needs to be a room, right, with stuff in it, and it can look all pretty and interesting.
You can make it. You can just make it look like it has water without
We
actually having the water.
We
It's
sure
true.
can. Now, as far as the water is concerned, they can spawn in what size? The squid that you're worrying
One
about.
by one.
Is it
One,
like
isn't it? Yeah, one
it can
block, yeah.
spawn in a 1 by 1?
It
Okay,
might
well,
be 1 by 2 vertical, but I'm pretty sure it's 1 by 1.
if it's 1 by 2 vertical, then you could make a combination of source blocks and blue glass and alter it and make it too deep and have a really, really cool like plate. So what I mean is like you would have
Yeah, it'd be
it's
like
hard for me
half
to
and half, but it'd be like a chessboard.
Right. This would be glass and this would be water and this
Yeah.
would be like that.
Yeah, that could work. I mean, yeah, do some testing, we'll find out, and then that could be a thing. But I guess
Right.
I'll leave that up to you. Like you whatever you've got in your mind creatively, just this blue right here on either side, you can just do whatever you want behind there. Just have some like glass on the front, and then that's where the guardians are going to go.
Right. What are behind?
And
What
then
is
you-
behind here?
Nothing but stone.
Nothing. Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's
good,
like wall.
good. Okay. Well,
So
I
you
can
want
do-
one
yeah,
on
man,
each
this would be
side?
fun.
Oops, sorry.
Partnerships
So
falling
you
apart
want-
right before your very eyes. Mr. Governor.
People keep telling me they want me to slap someone with a fish.
You did it. Look,
got
I wish I
fish
still had my
slapped.
steak. I'd slap you with a real piece of meat.
So you're wanting one in each side, is what you're?
Yeah, one on either
Yeah.
side. That's why I was after
Right.
two.
Oh, that's not bad. We could do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
Sounds good.
I mean, it won't be too terrible to get them here. I think.
It'll be a lot of rail placing and moving them through the Nether, I
Yeah.
imagine. That's all in the job. You let me know the price, and I'll pay up.
I like the buffet you got in that other room over there. That's that'd be
Oh.
yummy.
Yeah, the
Buffet
all
of
the
delicious
chests in the Nether.
Mhm.
Is that what you're
I am-
working for?
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
am in need of sand as well, so
They had
Maybe
they had
chests
6
of it?
double chests of sand. Yeah.
There you
so maybe
go.
we do an even trade sand and diorite for guardian and tank.
That is
Yeah,
an
that
amazing
sounds
deal. Take
good.
all the sand and diorite you need.
Awesome.
That works out ever so
Awesome.
well.
Nice.
All right
So
then.
yeah, I
Alright.
guess that's that, and then
Yeah,
I guess we've got work to do.
Yeah.
indeed. Take your time though.
Yes.
There's no rush here at all. It doesn't need to be here by tomorrow or anything. So, no
Okay.
pressure.
Oh no, there's a rush. No.
There's-
There's a squid rush.
Although you didn't pay for expedited delivery, so
What does that mean?
That's an extra charge. You
Oh
know, if you
dear.
want it tomorrow, that's an extra charge.
I won't take that. I'm not in a rush. And also take all the ink sacs you want while you're here as well. There's lots of it.
Yeah, I
Nice.
took some
Oh,
already.
some dough.
That's a bonus. I love it.
Awesome. All right, thanks guys.
Yeah, this place is
You're
cool.
welcome, man.
It's gonna be great, and I look forward to seeing what you're gonna do.
Me too.
Alright, we are back in Hermit Hills. It is a lovely view, and I've just spent the last hour or so chatting with Zul'jin and XB, having a good time hanging out with those guys, and one of the things we actually talked about was having a guardian over at the squid farm next to where the water falls down. So imagine if you put one in a minecart, and then put a rail on a block and just had it floating next to the water, and it could like zap the squid as they fall down. It might kill them a little bit quicker. It was an interesting idea and something we might go over there and do in the future. But I have been extremely busy over in the Nether. Still got loads of work to do over there. Stuff that I'm doing in between episodes, because when we next go there I want a load of things to be done, because there is a massive list of things to do, and it's going to take us a long time to finish that farm. But that's why this episode has been a little bit shorter. I hope you don't mind. A few of them might be lately just because I'm working over there in the Nether, but you'll see all of it real soon. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button. It will be greatly appreciated. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.